So, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Shakir Baltal, Sports Guy Show. I hope everyone had a great Monday afternoon, great Monday. And let's talk about the Carolina Panthers, folks. And, folks, I'm so freaking pissed off. I'm so freaking pissed off at the Carolina Panthers, ladies and gentlemen, because we just lost yesterday to a very bad New Orleans Saints team we had no freaking business losing to. We had no freaking business losing to the freaking Saints. Who's they? Screw they. Screw the Saints. Screw they. Who they? Fake day. Boo day. I mean, that is what the Saints are. And we freaking lost to them. 17-7. 17-7. We freaking lost to the New Orleans Saints. My gosh. Causing me a headache just to think about this game. Defense was bad. Defense was really bad. Yeah, they gave up 17 points. Not a lot. But literally, they should have given up less than that. Probably only given up 3 points. Because here's the deal, folks. Here's the deal, my friend. Tyler Shook. First drive. 3rd and 16. Deep in the Saints territory. Tyler Shook escaped Nick Scotton sack. And he converted on a big play to Chris Olave. Couple of plays later, the Saints tied the game up. 7 apiece. Also on a deep throw, Tyler Shook to Chris Olave. Jace Leon slipped down. Saints score. 14-7. Saints, actually, the first drive, they got a field goal. So, 10-7 Saints. Then the following drive, JC on again lost his footing again. Saints score. Again and again. My gosh. How in the world you can lose to the New Orleans Saints at home? And I know it's the NFL, folks. Anything is possible. The other team get paid. But my freaking gosh, we got embarrassed at the bank. We got freaking embarrassed at Bank of America Stadium by a team that we shouldn't have lost to. Now, I know that the Carolina Panthers are a young team, a very young team. I get that. But my gosh, how in the freaking world did we lose to the New Orleans Saints? How? Now, Bryce Young played like garbage yesterday. And this is coming from someone who is a big-time fan of Bryce Young. I like him. He's a great person off the field. You pull for him. But if you cannot throw the ball deep for more than 15, 20 yards, you have no chance to win a game, especially when the opponent starts the running game. Because the Saints did a great job basically limiting and containing Panthers running back Rico Dowdle to nothing. Outside of his long touchdown run, he was a non-factor. And I heard this week, yesterday, the player said, and today, we should have practiced. We didn't practice hard, and we didn't do that, and all of that. That is a bunch of baloney. Because here's the deal: the coach, they should prepare you, but you're For crying out loud, you're making millions of dollars, and you get your butt whoop. You get your butt whoop. So have some dignity and respect. So give me a break. You won't prepare enough. You shouldn't mentally, physically be prepared by a coach. Because here's the deal. If you as a player, even if the coach does a terrible job not preparing you, if you go to a game, you don't tackle the opponent, you don't throw the ball correctly, you don't protect the quarterback, those stuff is literally on you, the players, not on the coach. The coach, yeah, should prepare you, absolutely, but it's on the damn players to prepare. And I'm so freaking pissed off. Literally, truthfully, I always do a show on Sunday. After Carolina Panthers game. But I was so aggravated, so freaking pissed off at what we saw yesterday. At what we saw from the Carolina Panthers, that I didn't want to do a show yesterday because I knew if I do a show yesterday, I would use inappropriate language. And I don't like to use inappropriate language on my channel. So I decided not to do it. But tonight, enough. How can you lose to the freaking Saints at home? How can you only score 7 points? How can you not throw the ball downfield? How can you get beat by Tyson, Steven, Mandan, Hill? How can you get beat up by Alvin Kamara, who is washed up? How can you get beat up by Chris Olave, who has concussion history? And I'm not making fun of concussion because yours truly had concussion back in 2010. So I'm not talking about concussion as a whole, making fun of it, because I know it's a serious matter. But my point is the Carolina Panthers got their butt whoop. We got our butt whoop. But you know what? The players, I'm getting paid. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. You know who impacted by this? Fans like me, the fans, media members who covered the team. Those were the people who were impacted by this the most. The coaches, yeah, they have to face the media. The players, they have to face the media. But they still get paid. I don't get paid to go to a Carolina Panthers game, folks. I don't get paid to screen my lawn out at a Panthers game. I don't get paid to sit in the sun and potentially get sunburn. I don't get paid to get a drink from the concession stand or to go up my seat, to walk 27 rows up because I was sitting in row 27 yesterday. I don't get paid for any of that. But yet, I'm a diehard fan. And instead, the Carolina Panthers play like garbage. Like garbage you see on the street. That is how bad the Carolina Panthers played yesterday, folks. And I'm not exaggerating. And yes, it's the NFL. Anything can happen. I mean, look at Buffalo. They lost to the Dolphins. No one expected Buffalo to lose to the Dolphins. No one did. No one expected the Jets, who traded away two of their key players, Quincy Williams and Sauce Gardner, to beat the Browns, the lonely Browns. No one expected that, but they did. So it's the NFL. Anything can happen. But yet, you cannot get embarrassed at home. Because when yesterday, Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Carolina Panthers, all of the stadium was ready to rock in, to yell, to cheer, let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! And nothing worked yesterday. The funniest glitch or bug you have ever seen. Does anyone want to answer it? Funniest glitch. Well, funniest glitch, and it's not funny. The Carolina Panthers getting embarrassed yesterday. Anyway, guys, please smash the like button. There are 5 of you. Appreciate if you guys smashing the like button. I'm just in a bad mood because the Carolina Panthers got embarrassed yesterday, and I'm a diehard Panthers fan. But it's honestly free to smash the like button. But it helped channel grow. Thank you. It helped channel grow. It helped channel monetize. Because I will tell you a secret. When you smash the like button, you think, oh, I'm doing it in favorite. Actually, when you smash the like button, you basically YouTube recommend the channel to more people. That is how channels on YouTube grow. That is how channels on YouTube grow. Because if you watch a video, you don't smash the like button. Hey, what happened to the Bills, Sam? I think they honestly overlooked the Dolphins. That is what I think. But I mean, it's the NFL, Sam. Anything can happen, my friend. Anything can happen. It's the NFL. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I shared it with you guys, but I'm very blessed to be very strong, intuitive person. I have very strong intuition. I have medium ability. 2 weeks ago, 3 days before the Panthers, apparently 2 days before the Carolina Panthers played the Green Bay Packers, Carolina Panthers were 14 points underdog going to that game. In a private message on Twitter, I told a person, I don't know if you want to reveal himself or not. I told him privately, the Carolina Panthers will beat the Green Bay Packers, but I'm so worried about the game against the New Orleans Saints. I'm worried about it. Guess what happened? Carolina Panthers beat the Green Bay Packers. Carolina Panthers lost to the New Orleans Saints. So I'm blessed with medium intuition ability, very strong medium ability, where I can sense stuff happening before it does. And yesterday, I predicted that the Jets would beat the Browns. I was correct on that. And funny thing, you guys have watched my Madden rebuild that I've done with the New York Jets. Here's the funny thing. Yeah, I agree. Here's the funny thing about the Madden rebuilds that I've done with the Jets. The 2 times I've done Madden rebuild with the New York Jets, they've won. They've won a game. They won when I've done the rebuild before the Bengals game. They won in real life. I did a rebuild on Saturday. The Jets, they won again. The Bitter Browns. So that is very interesting coincidence. I'm thinking maybe I should do a Carolina Panthers rebuild to help the Panthers win the Super Bowl. Something like that. I don't know. No, I agree the Saints game was a trap game. But it shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have been. I mean, the Panthers are Jekyll and Hyde. I mean, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if they go to Atlanta, they beat the Falcons, they come home, they beat the Rams, but then they lose to the 49ers. Don't be surprised by that. I can definitely see it happening where the Panthers go to Atlanta, they sweep the Falcons because the Falcons are not very good. And I know the Panthers lost to the Saints at home. But the Falcons are really not that good, folks. And the problem for them, they don't have a first round pick. They traded it to the Rams. If they lose on Sunday to the Panthers, they might drop to 3-7, folks. 3-7. 3-7. And they wasted a first round pick on James Spears Jr., who might be a good player. Yeah, I think they did, Sam. I did. I do. Because of the record, the Saints record was 1-8. The Saints traded a couple of players away, including Rashid Shaheed and two of their linemen. So the Panthers definitely overlooked the Saints. Should they? Absolutely not. You don't overlook anyone in the NFL. You don't. Because if you do, it's a big time problem. So you don't overlook anyone. You take anyone seriously. Now, the Falcons game, it's a winnable game, even though the Falcons lost yesterday. And it will be a tough out. Not so much because it's in Atlanta, but because the Falcons have Tyler Algier, who they haven't used in week 3 matchup against the Panthers. Tyler Algier is a powerful, strong running back. So they will definitely use him against the Panthers. That is for sure. But I'm not afraid of Michael Penix. He's not a good quarterback, folks. Michael Penix is not a good quarterback. No, I agree. But outside of Drake London and Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson, their offense is garbage. I mean, Kyle Pitts, his last name from Pitts should be Bust. Kyle Bust. They wasted, I believe he went 7th overall. And oh my gosh, the way he's playing, he shouldn't have went anywhere near the first round. Maybe 4th round, 5th round. But you took him 7th overall, Kyle Pitts. I mean, outside of Drake London, Bijan and Tyler Algier, they don't have players that on paper you should be scared of. Now, it's the NFL. Anything can happen. I'm sure the Falcons remember that they lost 30-0 to the Carolina Panthers, and they will be very motivated on Sunday. But at the same time, the Carolina Panthers, after getting embarrassed at home to the Saints, I expect them to play much better on the road. Plus, here's the crazy thing. The Panthers play better when they are underdog. Yesterday, they were favorite by 5.5 points. On Sunday against the Falcons, they are going to be about 3.5 points underdog going to the game. So I feel comfortable that the Panthers will bounce back and beat the Falcons. I really do. Because if they don't, 5-6, it's over. The season is over. You're not going to make the playoffs. But here's the crazy thing. You beat the Falcons. Let's say Tampa Bay lose again. All of a sudden, you are right there with the chance to win the division. Because I truly believe the NFC South might actually come down to Week 18, Panthers at Tampa Bay. That is when the NFC South might come down to, because I believe Week 16, the Panthers will beat the Buccaneers. Mark it down. I'm predicting it right now. The Carolina Panthers will beat Tampa Bay at home. The question is, can the Carolina Panthers Week 18 beat Tampa Bay to clinch the NFC South. That is what I'm worried and focusing on. Because I think the Panthers can run the table. I know we lost. I know we look bad. But it's possible that we can still clinch the NFC South. Anyway, guys, I will be back Thursday. A big time show with a big time guest who is going to join me. Here's the crystal ball prediction on the Carolina Panthers, NFL, and all of that. So you guys will definitely want to tune in on Thursday night. I promise you that. Until then, Shaked Bartal, Sports Guy Show is signing off. Keep pounding and let's go Panthers. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go Panthers. Let's freaking go.